Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between, how's it going, people? It's your boy xZenon coming with you for another battle. So this is somebody I found on the Discord server. Link is going to be in the description. He challenged me to a battle. He says he hasn't gone into a battle since 2011. So yeah, it'll be fun. So I send out my Hippowdon. He goes into a nice lead Infernape, goes for the Stealth Rock, and I just go for the Earthquake. I expect to be the Sash, but I just know that Sandstorm's going to finish the Sash off. So yep, sure enough, that's an only 6-5 for me. However, he did manage to get Stealth Rocks up. So it's something you got to have back in your mind when you're using a Scarfer and Sandstorm shows up. Then again, anyway, he sends in Starmie. I've got to get out of there, so I decided to go back into my special rule, which is Credilli. So it's going to do a Hydro Pump. It's going to do Diddly Squat, so I'm not really scared of this thing. I decided to get my own rocks up now, and I believe he goes for the switch-in. He goes into a switch-in of a Weavile. So 3 mons so far I've seen. He's a Weavile, Starmie, and an Infernape. Pretty offensive team. Pretty cool, I gotta say. A lot of Gen 4 was revolved around Stool, so this is a nice change. Anyway, he goes into Weavile. I've just got to switch out of there. Go into my physical rule, which is Fortress, and expect some sort of fighting move like low kick. And he goes for the Ice Punch, so that's not going to do much. I decide to stay in, go for the Rapid Spin. Hopefully he doesn't have a Ghost and get the rocks off the field, but he goes for the Sword Stamps. I'm not really scared of this thing with Fortress. I mean, Weavile's pretty good and all, but there's so many things that wall it. So he goes for another Sword Stamps, which I did not expect. Unfortunately, I don't have Gyro Ball on this Fortress, but I do have Earthquake, so that is going to do a hanky chunk. I was hoping it's going to knock it out. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Bit extra Sandstorm damage there. And he goes for the low kick. I would think he might have been hoping to knock me out, but yeah, that's not happening. So yeah, that's 2 down, and I'm in great shape right now, going for using my Sandstorm Sand team again. And he goes into his Flygon. I decide to stay in for fodder, just to see what he's going to lock himself into, as most Flygons are Scarfed. And sure enough, my Fortress goes down. So that's my first one down, and I throw in my Dragonite, knowing he's locked into Earthquake, knowing he can't do much to me, and just go for the Dracometeor. But he does a great prediction on his behalf and chooses his Metagross, which is called Megs. Cool name. I get special attack drop. Now, I did not go into the Calc here. I do have Fire Blast in the Dragonite. I was hoping it was going to knock it out. It didn't hit. Luckily, it does hit, but it doesn't knock it out, and just barely lives with a Slither and goes for the Boom. That's going to knock up my Dragonite. So right now it's 4-3. 4-3, I believe. I go into Magnezone, see what he's going to throw out, and he goes for the Starmie. Strangely enough, he goes for a strange attack. I don't know if he misclicked here or expected me to be Scarfed. Anyway, I just go for the Explosion. I do not like that thing hopping around, because other than Credilli, that thing can hit me pretty hard. But does not do enough damage to take it out. As this guy was saying that he hasn't battled for so many years, I didn't want to go too hard on him and check damage counts and everything, so just playing off of rough assumptions. But after seeing that, I'm pretty sure that its Starmie was probably running some defense investment. Anyway, I go into Hairgel, my own Scarf Flygon, go for the U-turn just to keep momentum pressure. Takes out the Starmie with an absolute useless crit, as that would have KO'd anyway. And I go into my Hippowdon. Now this Hippowdon does not have rocks, instead it's a Curse Hippowdon, so a lot of people don't expect it, and when its checks are taken care of, it can do some damage. However, he reveals his last one, and It's that shitty thing. Breloom in Gen 4. Oh, what a pain. He goes for the obvious Spore, and I'm just thinking, if I just can get a couple of curses up, I can start to outstall this Breloom and slowly chip it down with Ice Fang. So that's in my thought process. He goes to his regular shenanigans, Spore, takes his Toxickill, and after goes into his Substitute. Luckily I do get an early wake up, so I get one curse up, which is going to help against his physical attacks, and he goes for another Spore. Right now I did think of switching out, but the 3 mons I've got left was Hippowdon, Credilli and Flygon. I'm scared that the Focus Punch would have taken me out, so I just decided to stay in, knowing that I could slowly outlast this Breloom, and he goes for a Focus Punch, which does just about a third. Not really scared of it. Now goes to the Seed Ball. He's probably just checking the damage, see what does more. Luckily, I do get another curse off. So right now, I'm pretty sure I can outlast him with Leftovers and Slack Off. So he's going to go for another Spore predictably. And my goal is just to slowly outstall him and get me health back with Slack Off, which I managed to do, and I am almost full health again. I really do dislike Steel, but at this point there's not much else I could have done. Let me just try to speed it up a little bit. Goes for another Seed Bomb. I should actually consider running Raw on this Hippowdon. Probably get me out of sticky situations like these. So he does a hefty finger damage. I've got to start being aware of this and start going for Slack Off just to get the health bar. And I believe it's here where he just goes boom and takes me out with a crit. But then again, it's probably going to be expected after all those damaging attacks. One of them would have been able to crit, so fair enough. I go out to my Flygon, expecting the Spore, but he goes into a Focus Punch. So I take the Substitute. He does not go into the Spore, but goes into a Focus Punch straight away. That's going to obviously take out my Credilli, and now it was basically a coin toss. Will I take him out with an Outrage? He goes into his own Flygon. I do not understand the thought process behind that. Maybe just to see what I locked myself into. I do take it out with an Outrage, and now it's his own Flygon turn. So this Flygon is Scarfed Timid. No, sorry, not Timid, Jolly. So I believe maybe if I had that extra attacking damage in an Adamant, it would have KO'd, but you win some, you lose some, and I get confused and slept. So he's just going to go for an obvious Focus Punch, take me out, and that was a great battle, which unfortunately I lost. But there you go. And until next time, guys.